And we're back live. We're back live, so you can go back to YouTube or Facebook or LinkedIn. The live will be in there. Apologies for the technical glitch, but I'm just going to continue where we left off. So this LinkedIn, this kept the prompt generator for us. This is what we were creating in this Claude project, where we will give it a simple request, and it will enhance that prompt for us and give us an enhanced prompt, right? So it asked me a few clarifying questions because that's what I trained it to do. So I answered those questions, and now let's see what it gives us. So I'm just going to click on submit. And now can you see it's working? And what it's actually doing is it's actually even giving me multiple options. But then it's asking me also a few additional questions. So the first one, it says, thank you for those details. Let me create a few prompt options for your LinkedIn caption that focuses on attracting cosmetic dentistry patients for Miami Dental's veneer services. Prompt one is professional with warmth. And it goes into detail, give me a nice prompt that I can use. Option 2 is before and after focus, and option 3 is an educational approach. So I have multiple options that it has given me, and then it's asking me some clarifying questions. It's saying, would you like me to use one of these prompts to create your actual LinkedIn caption? If so, which approach resonates most with your practices, voice, and goals? Also, a few additional questions to refine the caption further. Do you offer any special financing options or initial consultation deals? Now, this is really good now because it's asking me further questions that's going to enhance the prompt. So now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to choose which style that I want. So I'm going to say professional with warmth. That's the one I like. And now I'm going to answer these questions. Do you offer any special financing options or initial consultation deals? So I'll just say, I'm just making the stuff up now just to show you. Free dental assessment for the first 20 leads. Number 2, what's your average treatment completion time for veneers? I don't have a clue about dental veneers, so I'm just going to say 4 weeks. I'm just making this up again just to show you what we can do. Would you like to include any specific patient success statistics or years of experience? I'm just going to say 20 years of experience. If I had real client testimonials, I would have added it in there. And now let's see what it gives us. All right, so can you see now what a great prompt it gave us? It says, create a LinkedIn caption for Miami Dental with the following specifications. Key details: specialization, dental veneers, experience 20 years, special offer, free dental assessment for the first 20 leads, treatment time 4 weeks, location Miami, target audience, cosmetic dentistry seekers 25 to 45 that are professionals. Style requirements, it gave me tone, the length, to include what they must include, the format, what to avoid as well. And then it says, please create a caption that positions Miami Dental as experienced and trustworthy while making the offer appealing to professionals seeking smile enhancements. And then it's still asking me even more clarifying questions. Would you like me to use this prompt to generate the actual LinkedIn caption for your practice? I can also add in any specific additional requirements if you'd like to modify this prompt further. For example, should we mention any specific veneer technologies? Would you like to include any hashtags? And should we reference any specific smile concerns you commonly address? Now, this is great. Now, obviously, I don't know much about veneers. I just made this up just to use this as an example. But what I would do now is, now it's time to test this prompt because it looks great, but let's actually test it and see when we test it in real life, it must actually work, which is the most important thing. So now I'm just going to open up a new Claude chat. Now you could use this on ChatGPT, you could use this on Claude, Gemini, any of the tools that you want. So now I'm simply going to paste in that prompt, and now it's the time to actually test this to see if it actually works. So I've just pasted in that prompt, and now I'm clicking on submit, and let's see the outcome that we get. Now, can you see this? Just from looking at this, I can see that it looks so good because it has been formatted correctly, and it looks like a caption for LinkedIn, because we mentioned for LinkedIn. Now remember, all the different platforms are different. So it says transform your smile with dental veneers from Miami's Dental's trusted cosmetic dentistry experts. At Miami Dental, we've been crafting confident smiles for over 2 decades, understanding that your smile is more than just aesthetics, it's about feeling your absolute best. Our signature veneer transformations take just 4 weeks, designed to fit seamlessly into your busy professional life. Each treatment plan is carefully customized to achieve the natural looking results you desire, backed by our 20 years of specialized experience. So, can you see, we managed to create an advanced prompt generator using Claude projects. Now, we tested this out. Let's test it out with one more example. All right, so what I'm going to do now, again, I'm going to go to Claude, and then if you see here, once I start a new chat, I have an option of use a project. So I'll simply choose that project, enhance prompt generator. Now let's try something else. Let's try asking it for a email title or subject, email subject for, again, we'll use the example of this dental practice. Let's just say email marketing email. So let's just say marketing email for my dental practice to promote our dental veneers. Right? Again, I'm not stating what's the business name because I want to see if the prompt generator actually works. So I'm just saying I want a marketing email for my dental practice to promote our dental veneers. Now here again, I'm just gonna correct the spelling, and let's see what it gives us. And for those of you that have just joined on TikTok, you can go to my YouTube channel, and there you'll be able to see my screen. So you'll be able to see a full walkthrough of what I'm doing. So again, it's gone to work. It has asked me the clarifying questions, and it says, I'll help you create an effective marketing email for your dental practice's veneers. First, let me ask you a few clarifying questions to ensure we create the most impactful message. So number one is, what's the main goal of this email campaign? Example, booking consultations, raising awareness, promoting a special offer. So I'm going to say booking consultations. Number two, could you share your dental practice's name and any unique aspects of your approach to veneers or patient care that sets you apart? So I'm just going to say Miami Dental. Number three, who is your target audience for veneers? So I'm going to say people looking for cosmetic dentistry. And four, do you have any current promotions, financing options, or special packages? So I'm just going to say 20% discount for the first 20 customers. And let's hit enter. And now it says, thank you for providing those details. I'll now create a strategic prompt that will help generate effective marketing emails for Miami Dental's veneer consult. Here's your customized prompt. And as you can see, it's a really detailed prompt. Create a marketing email for Miami Dental's veneer services that follows these specifications. And then it goes into tone and style, key components, and then it talks about the promotional offer and what it must include, what it must avoid, and what it must end with. And then at the end, it's asking me, would you like me to demonstrate how this prompt would generate an actual email example? I can do that here, but I prefer to do it in a new chat because I find that it works better that way. So I'm just going to click on start new chat, and then I'm going to paste that prompt in now here. And now let's test it. Let's see if this actually works. All right. So the first one worked well. Let's try it here again. Now that's another thing that I like about Claude projects. In Claude projects, it tends to listen to my instructions more than ChatGPT custom GPTs. The custom GPTs, I find sometimes it listens to my instructions, sometimes it goes and does its own thing, whereas Claude sticks to my instructions more precisely. Now, as you can see, this is actually given me a good email. It gave me a subject, transform your smile with custom veneers, special summer offer. So immediately it's getting attention. And then, dear name, have you been hesitating to share your brightest smile? Whether it's slight discoloration, minor gaps, or small imperfections that make you self-conscious, you're not alone. At Miami Dental, we believe everyone deserves to smile with confidence. Our expert team led by Dr. Sarah Martinez. Now you see here it made up that, so that's why it's critical to read over this and then correct anything. Example, you'll add in the correct doctor's name. Why choose veneers? Long-lasting results, minimal alteration. So all this sounds really good, and it's given me the 20% offer. But just that's why it's also critical to read over it, because it's saying book your consultation before July 31st and receive. So obviously that date is incorrect. So you would want to go and read over this, then just adjust things, because another thing, it says free take-home whitening kit, which we didn't mention. So read over it, add in here as well. It added in a phone number and two phone numbers actually, and it even gave me some available times, and it even gave an address. So we'll just go and swap that address with the correct address, swap the phone number with the correct phone number, and swap out the social media handles as well. So can you see, we managed to create an advanced prompt generator. So now we will never be short of prompt ideas. We just simply use this project to give it simple requests, and we'll get an enhanced prompt in return. So for those of you, Flavor, you wanted the prompt, I'm trying to keep, I don't know where to share it because it'll be hard to share it on TikTok. I'm just trying to figure out where I can share this prompt. So what I think I will do is I will create this doc, and I can make it accessible to anyone. So just send me a message, preferably send me a message on Instagram. I tend to get my messages there easier, or my VA will actually see it and then she'll be able to respond to that. So you can either send the message there, or alternatively, you can go to my website, asmaldigital.com, asmaldigital.com, and then go to the contact page and then just fill in the form there and request the prompt, and I'll be able to send you the prompt there if you like. So before we end this, we've gone through how to create a project, and we leverage this to create a prompt generator. So before we end this, let me know if you have any more questions, and I'll try and answer them. And also let me know what types of content you would like me to create in the future with regards to live training. So last week we did how to create custom GPTs. This week we did how to create Claude projects. Now let me know what you would like to see next week, and then hopefully I can try and set up a live training for that as well. So if we don't have any questions, I'm just trying to go over. Yes, AI automation. Kingsley, thanks for your kind words. You are doing a great job. Please grant me permission to always share your contents on my socials. Kingsley, you can share it if you like. I don't mind. I'll be happy if you shared it as well. And Arvin, say heading back to Facebook. And Flavor, you had another question regarding to AI automation. Can I come on as a guest? Unfortunately, I don't know if you'll be able to do that on this live because I'm trying the software, honestly. So we can go over this. The Dark Moon, my YouTube account, I shared that as well. And Flavor, I mentioned how we can get that. And so Heidi says it seems that we need Claude Pro. Yes, unfortunately, to use Claude projects, we will need Claude Pro. Unfortunately, right? That's why I mentioned this at the beginning of the training or the beginning of this video. It's just that this was a requested video, and lots of people who have the Claude Pro account wanted me to do this training. So I hope that clarifies that. Saad, you had one question. Sure. Let me know your question. Ronnie Craig, thank you for hosting this today. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it, Ronnie. And thanks for your kind words as well. Arafat Rashid, very good and useful. Thank you so much again for your kind words. I appreciate it. And let me know what you would like to see in the future as well, because this will really help me as well. So Flavor, you mentioned, yes, I need it because I want to post automatic on socials. Are you talking about automation, or what are you referring to? So sad. What if there's, let's see, what if there's a mix of domains you need to cover? Example, software engineering plus product development, etc. So I'm trying to understand your question, Yasad. Are you referring to if you wanted a prompt for software engineering or product development? Is that what you're referring to? If that is what you're referring to, that is why if you see in the prompt here that I gave it, I said that you are an expert in prompt engineering. I need you to create versatile prompts. So that's why I specified versatile prompts for any type of task, tone, or audience with adaptability to multiple domains, user personas, and levels of complexity. Now, say, for example, you were just into software engineering. I would actually create a prompt generator that's specific for software engineering. You will find that it will work better because it is more detailed. So what you would do, Sir, you can use this prompt as is, as I'm stating here, because this is now more broad. But if you want one, you should create a prompt generator for software engineering. And if you wanted to do product development, create a separate one for that. So you will say, for example, you are an expert in prompt engineering. I need you to create advanced prompts. So you will leave out versatile. You'll say advanced prompts for software engineering. All right. So if you do it that way, what will happen is you will find that the project, even when you're using custom GPTs, it'll be the same. They tend to work better when you are more specific and you have like one industry that you are targeting, and then you'll see that it'll work much better. But you can use this one as is. It will still cover software engineering and product development because I've asked it to be versatile, right? But what I would suggest, if you want to get even better results, I would suggest make a separate prompt generator for software engineering, make a separate one for product development. And then if you have another task, another domain, I would create specific ones for each domain. Does that make sense? All right. And another thing, Saad, are you using custom GPTs or are you using Claude? Claude's projects, I mean. Okay, Flavor, you mentioned yes, automation. So I'm assuming okay, so you say you want to post automatic on socials. Oh, okay. The problem with this um, is, you see, when you want to post automatic to socials, Flavor, I would be wary of that and I wouldn't do that. The reason being is, what if the AI makes mistakes? Like, for example, here it gave our expert team led by Dr. Sarah Martinez. Now it hallucinated that part. Now, if you publish this automatically, you will have a problem because now it's already published to your account, but it's published incorrect info. So what I would suggest is you can do the automation of maybe setting the post up like maybe in a Word doc or something like that, but don't publish it directly to the account, even though you can do that. But I would advise against publishing it direct to the social media accounts because AI, unfortunately, is not 100% accurate. So we still need to go over and verify the content to make sure that it is correct. So I wouldn't advise to post directly to the socials, but you can automate the process of creating the prompts and generating the content, but maybe put it into a Word doc or a Google doc. And then from there, you'll get someone to review it, correct it where it needs correcting, and then publish it. That will be a better process. And I will keep that in mind for future training or video where we can actually set up this automation of how to set this up. So, Sad, you're using just ChatGPTs at the moment, so that's fine. And then you said, just to elaborate, a project includes all aspects, example, software and hardware plus analytics, etc. How do you integrate all at the end? So if you want to create something broad that covers all aspects, that's fine. What I would do then, Saad, here is, say if you had knowledge about software and hardware and analytics, etc., I would actually upload that as training. For example, um, I created a. So, how many of you have heard about Flux, right? Flux, they create one of the best images at the moment, right? So, if you just search for Flux prompt tutorial, right? I'm just using this as an example, but you will do the same for your software or your hardware or your analytics, etc. Now, what you will just simply look for is a prompt guide. And I'm just using this as an example. I don't know who this is. I haven't read it, so I don't know if it's correct, but I'm just using this as an example, right? What I prefer to do, if I could get this tutorial from Flux Direct, and most of these software companies have the tutorials on how to prompt them, etc. What I will do then is I will copy this entire article. Right? Can you see? Oh, they've got a prompt guide here. So this is, I think it's the same one. So I will copy this. I have a few ways I could copy this. I could either copy this text manually as I'm doing here. I could take a screenshot of this using the whole page and then upload it as a PDF. And then I will add this to my knowledge base when I'm training a custom GPT or when I'm training a Claude project as well. So can you see here? Then all I will do is I will say add content and then I'll upload from device. So I can upload it whether it was a PDF or if I just copy the text, I'll just say add text content and I'll paste it in here. So then what you're doing now, you're training your custom GPT or you're training your Claude project specifically about your industry or your domain. And that's going to make it perform even better because now it's going to use that as its knowledge. Now, remember, when I say use that as its knowledge, it doesn't mean it's not going to use ChatGPT's knowledge or Claude's knowledge as well. So it combines the both. But if you wanted to be really specific, you could tell in your instructions, you tell it strictly only use my knowledge. Do not use any of your own knowledge. Then what it's going to do, it's not going to hallucinate, it's not going to even think of using any info from a Claude's knowledge base. It's only going to use the knowledge that you have uploaded. So that's going to make it even more specific. So that's a way you could use that as well. So I'm just seeing if they have any more questions. So Flavor, I have seen many videos by made AI, and before fishing, it will allow you to check first all okay, then it will publish. Okay, so if you're looking for a tool like that, then I would suggest. I'm just going on my screen now. So Flavor, I don't know if you're following on YouTube. So here's a tool here. It's called mymarkey.ai. mymarky.ai. Now, I haven't personally tested this out. I'm just showing this to you because it's based on what you are requesting, where it will actually create the content for you and you'll be able to review it. And then also you'll be able to publish this as well. Right. So if you're looking for something like this, there's many tools like that out there. Just that this one, I've been seeing it a lot in my ads and I've seen people promoting it. So this is something, if you're looking for something like this that will do everything for you and then publish it. As you can see, it says post to your favorite platforms in one click. It'll give you a draft, then you review it, and then you will promote it there, publish it there as well. So Saad, you're amazing. Thank you for the advice. Thank you for the kind words. I appreciate it. It really means a lot. Saad, let me know if there are any other questions. So I'm gonna end this live and keep in touch and let me know what you would like for next week's live training. And if you want to join my my AI marketing accelerator community, you can head over to asmaldigital.com /community. And here we have a community of like-minded people where we have weekly live calls. You also get access to my software, aileadbuilder.com. You can test it out if you like. You offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. It's just people, we talk about business and how to actually generate leads, which is the most important thing. And we go over stuff. And Sarge, you got one more question. Do you have any tutorials for business automations for small businesses? Now, when you're talking about automations, which type of automations are you looking for specifically? And have you used like tools like make.com or Zapier? Because you see, when you mention business automations, for example, if you go, like, see here on this page of mine, right? Let me just refresh this and show you something, right? So this is a sales page of mine, right? Now, can you see what happened here now? This is now, because I showed an intent to leave the page, it's asking me for my info, right? So what will happen, say for example, I'll enter in, let me just enter in my info, right? Now it's asking me to go to step 2. So if I click on go to step 2, what's actually going to trigger in the background now is, it took me to the checkout, but what about people who don't check out, right? So what this is going to do now, Saad, exactly as you mentioned, from leads to sales to reviews, etc. So this platform that we have, AI Lead Builder, is built on Go High Level, but now it allows us, because now the person on the first step, they enter their name, email, phone number. Then what happens, that triggers now an automation. Now it can figure out, the software can figure out if someone checked out, it won't follow up with them. It will follow up with them based on a checkout. Like, for example, it'll tell them welcome, etc., etc., but all those will be automated. But now what about those that didn't check out? They just stopped here. So what happens then, sir? Automation will trigger, will say, we noticed that you didn't check out, for example. Is there anything we can help? Did you have any technical issues? But now then the automation kicks in. So you understand? So then now they've added to our database. They didn't buy today, but they still added to our database. And now we're going to follow up with them with automations and then keep them in our pipeline so that we can market to them in the future as well, because now we've got their details. And remember, these automations, just like you and I, sometimes we won't buy something immediately. So if we set up these automations correctly, we never know, maybe after 6 months, maybe even after 1 year also, this person can buy from us. But just because we are constantly in contact with them using our automations, then we keeping ourselves top of mind. And that's how it's going to lead to leads and sales. And then we can ask for reviews also, as you mentioned. We can do that automatically as well, because in AI Lead Builder, there is a feature that we have to request Google reviews, to request Facebook reviews. We can even request Yext. Now, I'm not too familiar with Yext because we don't have it here, but or Yelp, sorry, not Yext, Yelp. So you can even request Yelp reviews, for example. So I'm just going to show this to you quickly. What I mean is, and with these automations, the other thing you can do is you can create complex or simple automations. So that's totally up to you how you create this. So can you see my screen here? If I go to automations, you'll see that I can now create any type of workflow here. So sometimes you might even notice, even on my Instagram page, say for example, yeah, let me use this as an example to show you what type of automations you can create. So Saad, you see, I'm going to my Instagram page now. And if I go to my posts, so I'll say here, this is my profile. For example, on this post, I'm asking them that if they want something, want to see how it works, just drop ChatGPT search in the comments, and then I'll send them a link to my YouTube video. Now, all this is done on automation. I don't have to manually go now and reply to each comment. Unfortunately, I can't do this in TikTok. So it becomes harder, but in Instagram, because TikTok doesn't allow us to do that. But in Instagram, I can set up this automation, and this automation is set up here from AI Lead Builder. Now, when you join our community, you get access to this as well. So can you see, it even tells me like how many people enrolled. So how many people actually went through this and how many messages it sent to them. And now they become part of my pipeline also, because I'm sending them these emails. I can follow up with them as well. Firstly, I'm going to give them what I promised, and then this also happens automatically. You see where, for example, it says, hey, check your DM. That's set up on automation. I didn't really say that. And then what it does, it automatically sends them a DM with the correct link as well. So you can set all that up here in automations. And if I, for example, say create a workflow, I'll say start from scratch, just to show you what type of automations you can create. All right, I'm just going to click on got it here. If I click on trigger, now all the automation starts on a trigger. Can you see what type of triggers I can use? A birthday reminder. So if I got the birthday info, I can use that as a trigger. Whenever the birthday comes up, they can get an email or an SMS or whatever it is. Contact change. I can use inbound webhook if someone called us, if an email event, anything, if someone submitted a form, someone submitted a Facebook lead form, someone submitted a TikTok lead form. Video tracking. So if they watch certain amount of a video, then we can say, based if they watch 1 minute of the video, send them this automation. So there's unlimited possibilities of what you can do with these automations. So even here as well, it's a funnel, website, page view. So if they visited a specific page on your website or a specific page on your funnel, we can actually set up an automation based on that. So there's unlimited ways of how you can set up this. So even here, new review received. So if you received a review, you can actually set up an automation based on that. Appointment status. So if someone books an appointment with me, what happens is they'll get reminders before that appointment happens, is looking forward to the call, etc., etc. But all that is happening in automation. I'm not doing that. They'll get an SMS, they'll get email just to remind them with the Zoom link, etc. All that is set up in here. So you can do like pipeline stages, even affiliates. If people created affiliates here, there's unlimited things that you can do here. So I hope that answers your question as well. Okay, so I think that will end our live, and keep in touch and let me know what you guys want to see next week, and then we'll take it from there. Thanks to all of you guys for joining. I know we had a bit of a glitch with our internet, but remember, one thing that I always tell people is, I don't know who said this, but someone much smarter than me said this: imperfect action is always better than perfect inaction. So if I waited for things to be perfect, I would never do anything. And that sometimes that is what cripples us. We think we're waiting for everything to be perfect, but there's never going to be something that's going to be perfect. So rather, take action. Imperfect action is always better than perfect inaction. It's my pleasure, Saad. Thank you for joining. And we'll chat soon and keep in touch. And Dr. Oxford, you wanted to know how to contact me. The best place, as I said, will be on Instagram or via my website. And when I say website, you just go to asmaldigital.com and you can go to the contact page. And from here, you can just fill in this form and I will get that info. Okay, guys. So until the next time, take care and we'll chat soon. Just ending the live on TikTok. And take care. Wonderfully said. That's true, 100% SARS.